if you divide 53 million by 500, that's a $106,000 debit card. Not a bad deal. I don't think they're giving them to vets that are homeless in New York City. Not that I've heard, Curtis.
Well, in fact, our guys have just taken down one of the migrant guys right here on the corner, 42nd and 7th, while all this is
Can you pan the camera?
They've taken over. They've taken over. You'd like the camera over there if at all possible.
Yep. Oh, you got your key open, guys.
He is out of control. Out of control.
There. All right. Now, Eric Adams often complains he's getting no support from the federal government to help him with the surge of Joe Biden's unvetted illegals in New York. And that could be because of the so-called border czar is a little distracted right now.
It's just a glimpse into what MAGA types are daydreaming of doing under the hateful endorsement of Donald Trump. See a man that you don't like doing what you don't want to see him doing? Call him a migrant criminal and beat him up on live TV. Hannity casually showed conservatives' judicial process of jumping someone in the middle of the street in New York to prove how violent everyone else is. It was a proud moment that they wanted all their viewers to celebrate.
Sliwa was talking to Hannity about illegal immigrants and the crime crisis when his guardian angels tackled a migrant from Venezuela. They claim he was shoplifting. Others say the guy was trying to disrupt the interview. Police gave the man a summons for disorderly conduct, and an NYPD spokesperson made no mention of it to the New York Post if the man was a migrant or a shoplifter. So there's more times in Times Square. You got to watch Hannity to know what's going on.
That's, just so you know, that intersection is where those cops were beaten about a week ago. It's right on the southern end of Times Square, and there's a hotel right around the corner. A lot of those are housed, so that's where that is.
No confirmation that he was a migrant or a shoplifter, but who cares? Let's promote this behavior to our already paranoid and violent audience that we've told over and over again that there's an army coming to kill them. So with the wall-to-wall endorsement of this hate crime, it's telling if you take a look at how Fox handled the white supremacist attack on black Americans in a Buffalo grocery store a couple of years ago.
The kicker and the enhancer in the federal system is the motivation. They have to prove the motivation is a hate towards race, religion, or national origin, that sort of thing. So, which doesn't seem like it's going to be a big stretch here, given what I've heard so far. From a law enforcement perspective, I've had 40 years in this business. And I think my colleagues will say the same thing. Dial down the rhetoric. Every politician of every stripe seems to want to come in a situation like this and really put fuel on the fire. I've seen this governor come in 2 or 3 times now, and you know it's political, and it just fires things up. And that's where you have the nutcases out there like this guy who see this going on. You see somebody sort of stirring the pot, trying to demagogue the issue rather than just let the law enforcement professionals take care of it. And I get so tired of that. I think my colleagues do too.
They promote the hate and downplay the outrage because the objective is to normalize the actions of domestic terrorists with a constant barrage of excuses for their thuggery, based in as many terrifying stories as they can imagine, straight from the mouth of their divisive leader.
I built hundreds of miles of wall. That was my first hint that what they wanted to do is let people pour into our country, from prisons, from mental institutions, what they have allowed.
Only the best.
Only the best, only the best. Insane asylum. You know, an insane asylum, that's Silence of the Lamb type, okay? We have them all.